Boxing time. Oh gosh. This is a little tricky. It's pretty dope. I'll just use double-sided tape. So many angles. What is up, guys? Torvir324 here. Today we'll be doing a review on the Captain America Red Guardian from Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure series, Giant Man. Alright, so taking a look around the packaging here, on the top you get a logo of the shield. It says Build-A-Figure Giant Man up there. On the side you get a picture of Red Guardian. Kinda hard to see. There you go. Same thing on the other side. On the back you get a picture of Guardian with a brief description, so pause if you want to read that. He comes with the right leg of Giant Man. And yeah, so let's get this guy out of packaging. Now, first off, with his accessory here, his shield, put him off to the side. Now his shield is kind of weird. I really don't like that the dent in here is just kind of bothering me. Just a little bit, kind of makes the shield look a little imperfect from close up. It would have been nice if they actually went with a different shield or a different color instead of this kind of a, looks like a lollipop, like red. It's kind of like marbleized a little bit. Looks a little clear. Now the joint that this figure has is this little clip-on, and there's actually a peg here. Now I saw it as like a way to hold the shield like a different way, which you can if you want to, if you have trouble clipping it on his wrist, but you can actually peg it on his back to simulate that it's on his back, just like how Captain America puts his on his back in the movies. Now proportionally he looks okay. I would say there's a little bit muscle. I guess you could say I wish his thighs were a little bit skinnier. The fold on his boot here, it could be a little bit thinner. It looks kind of awkward like this. Looks a little too bulky here. Plus on his hands or his forearms here, I like how they kind of, actually I didn't like how they kind of painted actually in his forearms here, they kind of messed, just a little mess up on the paint. I wish it was a little cleaner than what we got here. More lighting on that. But other than that, he's a good figure. Now his belt here kind of hinders his articulation. It's a really stiff belt, kind of prevents the waist rotation from happening, but that could be fixed by just some warm water if you want to put that even lower. I don't know, you kind of have to force it down. But you can actually, now you have to put it down like about there to rotate it all the way. Now since this guy just barely has any detail and just has like stars and just this basic red plastic, they kind of miss some paint spots right there, paint scuffs. His arms here, little tagging right there. This is the close-up. So his head, it looks okay. Now his stars here, looks clean. I like how they added a nice black shading, a little wear and tear to the suit. Sorry if it's not focusing well. Other than that, there's nothing pretty much else about this. There's no shading in, well, I guess you could say in some lighting conditions, you could see that there is some shading in the thigh areas. But other than that, I only see a little black area, like a little wear and tear look near his chest. And his head sculpt is pretty plain. There's nothing really special about it. His mohawk here looks pretty clean. So yeah, kind of looks like Daredevil if you take this off, but yeah, other than that, he has peg holes. Nothing really special. Okay. For his articulation, his head is on a ball hinge joint, so it can look up almost all the way, but it can look down really far. His arms do go out and in. They rotate all the way around. You have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which I really don't like what they did with the little gloves here, like how they kind of made it a little higher. It kind of hinders the articulation a little bit if you want to get him into a dynamic pose. It's kind of unfortunate. But his ab, he has the ab crunch, which I really like these types of ab crunches because they're really stiff and they don't feel loose, and then they feel secure, and you can kind of get a good range on that. Kind of weak on the little crunching forward, but on the back you can get a decent amount if you want him to look up and stuff. And there's his head. Okay. He has waist articulation, which does rotate all the way around. Keep in mind you have to keep his belt at a certain point to make it move, or if you want to damage the belt, you may do so because it's your figure. And yeah. Now his legs here, they do kick forward all the way, pretty good. They don't kick back. All the figures can't even kick back because of the butt muscles here. They do go out, can barely do a split. He has upper thigh swivel. He has good range in the knees, which are double jointed. They always nail the knees, but they don't nail the arms that well on some figures. Example, Iron Man. I wish it had, actually it does, wow. So it does have calf rotation. So there is a calf rotation. It has a ankle pivot, which can go side to side, rock back and forth. His feet point down all the way, which is great, and it kicks up beautifully. I could say Red Guardian is a pretty good figure. His articulation is great. Now, I like what they did with the knees and the foot to give him dynamic range, but I really don't like the color that they used for the shield. I wish they actually painted it on other than giving this candy plastic, but in some cases, or in some lighting cases, it looks pretty good. But other than that, he is a good figure. I wish that they kind of dealt with his little arm thing here. I wish it was just not even raised. Kind of limits his articulation. But yeah, that is it, guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that is it, guys. Tour reviewer signing out. Peace.